Okay, what is happening over here? I thought Riot Games got rid of all the pixel spots.
Cover going out.
Take it.
Ay!
Of course, we need to test if this is still the game, right? So, the moment of truth. Yes, my friends, at the time of this recording, you can still teleport on the lamp over here. Though, I would not recommend to use this one in a competitive game, because of course it's bug abuse, but still a cool spot to throw your friends with. I thought that this was a cool tricky to start the video with, because it's the time again, another episode of the Valorant Tips and Tricks Sent by You series. A series where I show a lot of Valorant tips and tricks that you guys send to me. And like always, I give away a battle pass to a random submission, so if you know any trickies, don't forget to submit your tricks in the Lowlander Discord server. But before I'm gonna show you tons of tricks, let's rewind a little bit and talk about the gun that you have in your hand over here. Ouch, a default Guardian. I feel you, dude. Skins are expensive, but no worries, I got two things for you. The first one, I will send you a battle pass, check your Discord. And the second thing is, if you want to earn more skins, but you don't want to spend any money, you can use the app of the sponsor of this video, buff.game. Buff is an authorized Overwolf app with over 15 million users that lets you earn buff points by playing your favorite games. Games like League of Legends, Fortnite, and of course Valorant. What can you do with those points, you might ask? Well, my friends, you can spend them in the marketplace to buy tons of cool things, but I think you're most interested in the Valorant gift cards, right? Either buy them in the marketplace or compete in a raffle for a chance to win them. After that, redeem it in game and easy skins for you. But now the best part. The only thing you gotta do to collect those points is download Buff and let it run on the background while you are gaming. Since you're gaming anyway, you basically don't have to do anything extra, and that's the magic of Buff. Of course, Buff is safe to use and it doesn't slow down your PC, so what I would say, try it out yourself with the link in the description. It's completely free, and if you use the link, you get an extra 100 free buff points. So try it out today, my friends, and now let's dive into the tricks. Let's begin with the cool breach mechanic. As we all know, when you use the breach ultimate, the enemies will get knocked back. Makes sense, right? But here's the thing about this ultimate that not a lot of people know about. If the enemies are standing in the middle of your ulti, they will get knocked back, but if they are standing on the edges of your ultimate, they will either get knocked to the left or the right, not straight to the back. A very nice mechanic to know. Now you can predict where you're gonna get knocked to if the enemy is using his ulti. Another good mechanic to know is that if you try to place your sage wall, you can actually see on the minimap where you're gonna place your wall. This is actually pretty useful for if you want to place your wall from a smoke, for example, like it's Unix did in this round. He looked at the minimap, made sure that his wall was a little in front of main, so that he could go for the sneaky red peek and easy kill for him.
Train harder.
Next tricky. Do you ever walk on a map and wonder to yourself, why is that thing there? Like this metal thing on Ascent. Well, my friends, I got the answer for you. Before the round starts, what you need to do is throw your Cypher Cage on it. You don't need to line up, just try it a few times, and if you miss, you can simply pick it up and try again. And when you're successful, you now can wallbang through this thick wall with normal guns, like a Vandal and even a Ghost. Normally, you're not able to do this, but if you throw your Cypher Cage first, then you will be able to do this. A very OP trick. Also, some OG viewers might recognize this trick, because over 2 years ago you were also able to do this with the Nano Swarm, but for those who are wondering, the Nano Swarm got fixed. You're not able to wallbang through that ability, but you are able to wallbang through the Cypher Cage. Not sure how that works. And the last thing about this trick, I would not recommend to use this one in a competitive game, because of course it's bug abuse and you don't want to get banned for that. A Cypher trick you can use in a competitive game, however, is this nasty lineup. Just take a look at this clip and then I'll explain how to do it.
I did the thing.
He did the thing, my friends. And I lied. I actually have no idea how to do this lineup. I tried it a few times, but I couldn't get the timing right. But I wanted to put it in this video anyway, because it is possible. It's just a very hard lineup to do. Let's now move on with the Vice trick. A while ago I showed that you could hide behind your own Vice vines, but I didn't really show a lot of spots where you can use this trick. So let's take a moment for that now. The first one is over here on Abyss. Throw your vines in front of you, activate it, and hope that the enemies are pushing into your crosshair. A nice one if you notice that the enemies are pushing A a lot. Next up is a spot on Pearl, because from pit you can easily look to A main, and there's not a high chance that the enemies will spot you. And let's do one more on the other side of Pearl. If you plant the spike on side, you can play the post plant from these boxes, throw down your Q, and before you peek, activate it. Easy kills for you. Of course, these were just a few examples. You can use this trick on so many spots. Be creative, I would say. And let's stay on Pearl for a crazy angle I bet a lot of people don't know about. If you go to flowers and then stand inside the window, move a little bit to the right, and when you do this, you'll be able to see a little bit of A main. Perfect if you have a sniper, for example. Easy peasy kills. Now take a look at this clip from CamCam Setnav. Did you ever see a jet super boost go this high? What the heck? And for those who are wondering, yes, it's still in the game, but it's pretty hard to pull off. But as you probably might have guessed, in the end it's a bug, so don't use it in your competitive matches. If you really want to use a strange jet boost, you can use this next one. With this one, I guess you fly a little bit, just a little bit less high. But if you stand underneath heaven, aim towards the wall and use your updraft, you will bounce yourself to the back and you might surprise an enemy. And yes, I know, you fly a little bit lower than the last one. Let's move on. Here's a nice way to counter the ISO ultimate. If you ever got ultied by ISO, you know that most ISOs have his shield activated inside the arena. And getting him in his ulti with his shield is a very hard thing to do. But no worries, a nice way to destroy the shield before the battle is even starting is to just do a strafing bunny hop and shoot with the shorty. Because the shorty has a pretty insane bullet spread, there's a high chance that you will hit the ISO shield and destroy it immediately. Razor Laser used this trick during his match, and here's how it looks like.
Zeus.
Let's move on. If you ever see an episode of the series already, you probably know what's coming. It's time to take a break from the tricks and go to the trick shots. We got 4 clips this episode. First, an attack helicopter sheriff shot.
What?
Next up, a lucky spray down.
One enemy remaining.
Then a blind collateral. And this last clip proved that some enemies just voluntarily walk into your bullets.
One enemy remaining.
Back to the tricks. If you go to B side on Abyss, you can find the pipe on the edge of the planting spot. And since this pipe is basically on the ground, you're not able to put abilities like a Cypher Cam on it. However, there's something strange that you can do, and that's when you plant the spike down. When you do that, you actually will be able to put abilities on it. And look at that, you can place your Cypher Cam in the spike. Is the useful trick? I don't really think so. But this got me wondering, can you also use a breach flash to make an insane one-way flash? So I did some tests again, and look at that, you can actually use your flash through it. However, even though it looks nice, it's not really a one-way because the other side doesn't get flashed. I think it goes off underneath the ground or something, but a cool thing to do, I guess. And while we're on Abyss, if you're a Sage player and you place your wall like this if you want to peek into main, then you're doing it completely wrong. When you do it like this, your wall will poke out so the enemies will see it, and you can't use a secret sneaky angle. What do you need to do instead? Stand on the ledge and do a grim jump. Like you see, if you do it like this, your wall will extend a little bit, and because it's extended, you can actually stand on the right and look over the boxes into deep main. Honestly, there's no way that an enemy will expect you over here, and that's how you can get some sneaky kills. And on top of this, your wall also doesn't poke out, so the enemies don't know that you're there, so you might have a bit more chance to get kills if you jump off your wall. And about sneaky kills, did you ever use this spot over here? This is one of those spots that I never use. I also never see someone use it, but apparently you can get very sneaky peeky and win the round like this.
Spike planted.
Oh no, it's Genius with the ninja defuse. I would be so tilted if I were the enemy now.
What?
We cannot let them unread.
Wait, what?
What?
What's happened?
That actually works!
Okay, let's do one more of those underrated spots. Did you know that on Haven you can actually jump on the double doors in Garage? This is also one of those spots I never see someone using, but honestly, try it out. Look at this Omen go. Let's move on now with the cool Cypher Cam. On Sunset, if you stand next to the barrier, you can actually aim at the building, jump and place your cam. Now when the barriers are going down, you can look into middle before you peek mid. This way you know it's safe or not. And let's stay on Sunset for a cool smoke that you can use. If you've planted the spike on B, a thing you can do is smoke over here on stairs, but make sure that the smoke is a little bit poked to the right. If you look at it like this, it looks like a very natural smoke. You're just smoking off the back of side, right? But in fact, there's a small corner over here where you can chill in. A very nice one if you play in a 1v3 for example, or play in an eco round and you just want to get one kill before you die. A bit like player Indo 10 did. This next trick is a little bit situational, but it's very cool if you manage to pull it off. On split, what you can do is place your sage wall above the vent room, then walk to the other side of your wall and destroy the middle segment. Now wait for the enemies to push, and from their perspective, it looks like you just walled off vent room, but in fact you are sneaky peeky like, and you might get a double kill like Chaos did.
I can heal. Come.
No way, Sage. There's actually no way.
But about Sage, you don't have to use complicated walls like the last one. You can also simply stand behind the corner of your wall and get kills like that. I bet that everybody knows this trick by now, but here's a reminder that you should always check that corner if you push. And this was the last trick of this week. Big shout out to everyone who submitted something. I hope you enjoyed and I see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.